But Jussie's lawyer, Jussie Smollett, of course, who accused the Osendero brothers of being MAGA supporters and attacking him late in the night in Chicago. You all know the story. It's just ridiculous on its face. But Twitchy has an article up, and Jussie's lawyer said this yesterday. So again, the guy's suggesting this. He happens to be a black gay actor. I bring that up because he's made a big deal about it, suggesting he was attacked because he was black and gay by Trump supporters in Chicago late at night coming back from a Subway sandwich joint at 2 a.m. So the lawyer says yesterday during the trial, I don't know if he realizes what a cell phone this is. Maybe he's just a terrible lawyer. The lawyer says, you think Jussie's dumb enough to go into Obama's city and pretend there's Trump supporters running around with MAGA hats? Give me a break. Jussie's defense attorney during closing arguments. Dude, I don't think, Joe, that's the argument he thinks he's making.
No.
I'm reasonably confident that was one of those Freudian slips right there. No, I promise you, Jussie is dumb enough to tell you that. Why? Because we listened to Jussie being dumb enough to tell Robin Roberts on ABC. This has been going around social media today. This is a blast from the past. Remember this, Jim? This is in the early days of this hoax when people start to realize Jussie's probably lying to them about this whole story. So Jussie decides he's going to do an interview with Robin Roberts. Watch the acting job. As he says in the beginning, I was a target because I went heavy after 45 talking about Trump. And I want you to pay close attention. I've interviewed a lot of bad guys over the years. You get very good at interviewing people with malicious intent. I want you to pay very close attention to the deliberate, overly emotional appeal, the pregnant pauses, the effort to suck Robin Roberts into this drama, but the very suspicious lack of detail. Pay close attention to all of that in this brief clip from his interview with Robin Roberts. Check this out.
Why do you think you were targeted?
I can just assume. I come really, really hard against 45. I come really, really hard against his administration. And I don't hold my tongue.
I want to ask you about Jussie Smollett.
I think that's horrible. It doesn't get worse, as far as I'm concerned.
Were you aware that he made that statement?
I saw it. I don't know what to say to that. I appreciate him not brushing over it.
And there is no doubt in your mind what motivated this attack.
I could only go off of their words. Who says empire, this MAGA country, ties a noose around your neck and pours bleach on you?
Apparently not the people he thought did it. You see it? Did you catch it? The pregnant pauses, the overly emotional kind of story appeal to drag Robin Roberts into it. The lack of any real detail about what happened. It was obvious from the start that this guy was not telling the truth about what happened. It was obvious to anyone who was paying attention. And yet, because our race division obsessed left and media wanted to believe it, they got sucked into this trap. Guy, Joe, you can both vouch for me on this. I'm not going to say who we're with, but I don't do this on the right. There are a number of times, you guys both know what I'm talking about, where people supposedly on our side of the aisle were saying things I was super suspicious about. And I'd get a ton of emails. Why are you talking about this? Why? Because I don't believe it. I don't care if it fits some pre-existing narrative I have about how the world should work. If the story's not true, it's not true. That's why I say on this show all the time, we don't need to be first on anything. We need to be right. The left doesn't care. They fell for this Jussie thing like that. Justice may be coming for Jussie, but not like he thinks. Supposedly there'll be a verdict today, so we'll see what happens.
You just heard the Dan Bongino Show.